On January 18th, Rob Blair was appointed by the Berkeley County Commission to fill the vacancy of sheriff. A retired captain with the West Virginia State Police, Rob Blair is putting his 35 years of experience and training in law enforcement, administration, and supervision to work for the citizens of Berkeley County. A vote for Rob Blair for sheriff is a vote for honesty, integrity, professionalism, and proven leadership. Paid for by Committee to Elect Rob Blair for Sheriff.
One of the questions lawyers get asked the most is, what is my case worth?
I'm Steven Skinner, and this is my brother Andrew with Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers.
The truth is, it's very difficult for a lawyer to pinpoint a number because every case is different.
We get to know each situation and we'll give you an idea of what your case is worth and why.
The sooner we get involved, the better we can do getting you the compensation you deserve.
Google Skinner Lawyers or go to skinnerwins.com. We'll treat you like family.
The City of Martinsburg Police Department is now recruiting for new officers to serve the community and to be a part of our team. Starting pay ranges from $53,813 to $70,565 depending on certified experience, with a raise once you're certified and a potential sign-on bonus as well. City of Martinsburg police benefits include health insurance, vacation leave, sick leave, personal time and comp time, a pension plan, paid gym membership, longevity pay, tuition assistance, and a deferred compensation plan. Apply at cityofmartinsburg.org.
The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Rocks, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda, Craig Blair for State Senate, Orsini's Home Store, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Berkeley County Health Department, Hagerstown Ford, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Modern Realty Results, the Palace Lounge.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse for the Quad A Region 2 Section 1 semifinal high school boys basketball contest between the 15-7 overall Hedgesville Eagles and the 16-4 overall Martinsburg Bulldogs. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Alongside me is Nick Verzolini. Our cameraman is John Alderton, and back at the studio is Dylan Bishop as we welcome you into the countdown to tip-off, brought to you by Parsons Ford at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons. Big matchup tonight. The rivalry of the area. Hedgesville, Martinsburg. It's a top 10 matchup in the state of West Virginia. Winner moves on to Friday's sectional championship against the number one team in the state, the Spring Mills Cardinals. Loser goes home. Nick.
Yeah, I mean, this is win or go home, like you said. This is, when things start to really matter. The regular season in the state of West Virginia for basketball, it means something. You definitely want that one seed, a spot, at least in this section, an automatic trip to the regional, and everything like that. But besides that, everybody does make the playoffs. Everybody has a chance to advance to Charleston. While your chances may be better if you have a good regular season, it doesn't mean that much. But this is win or go home now. So now everything starts to count. Everything matters a little bit more. And we have two teams that are two of the top 10 teams in the state. And it's kind of crazy to say that two of the top 10 teams in the state, one of them will be eliminated from postseason contention tonight. They won't even have a chance to play for a trip to Charleston if you lose tonight. So, this is a very tough section, a very tough region. It's the best region in the state, and hey, we're going to bring you the best coverage of this region in the area, so right here on TV 10. So, I mean, definitely a big game here tonight, big game on the other side of the section as well between Washington and Musselman, and just looking forward to it, Colin, and looking forward to seeing how things play out because, this is a great rivalry. It's a great coaching duel. It's really high-quality basketball that we got in front of us here in a few minutes. And, it is a toss-up matchup, even though Martinsburg won both games. We saw the improvements Hedgesville made from Game 1 to Game 2. And we know that this Hedgesville team, they're kind of known for overachieving with the talent that they have. So anything could happen here tonight. Martinsburg's coming off of a blowout of Broadford and Christian Academy. How does that maybe even affect things with the fact that, they're probably riding high after that win, but they didn't really play anybody. Hedgesville's obviously had, their ups and downs throughout the season, but has had a good season as well. So it's two really good teams. Great matchup. Looking forward to it.
Countdown is begun. Hedgesville looks like taking the court first in the pinstripe pants and the blue warm-up tops. Martinsburg will come out on the right side of the gym here momentarily as it's the Bulldogs playing host to Hedgesville. Martinsburg, number 3 in the state in the AP poll. Hedgesville rounds out that top 10 at number 10. And as you kind of said, it's a tough region in its entirety. Out of the 6 teams in the region, 4 in the top 10, only 2 advance into the final 8 at the state tournament in Charleston in 2 weeks' time. It's Jefferson being a ranked team at number 5, and then, of course, Spring Mills, number 1 in the state, and that's who the winner of tonight will take on. And as you said, on the other side of the region, Washington at Martinsburg, and that will be Jefferson Musselman getting to play Washington tonight, and then winner taking on Jefferson. So my apologies there for
you're thinking Thursday.
The confusion.
No, you're not.
No, not thinking Thursday. That's girls basketball.
Right, but never mind. I had Musselman in my head for Thursday.
Yes, we do have
girls.
Musselman Martinsburg.
We got it all here on
girls
TV.
Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and WRNR TV on YouTube for the regional championship. Winner of that one heads to the state tournament. But for now, what we're going to do is step aside and take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll get our coaches' interviews. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center at 800 Emmett Rouse Drive, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley-Morgan County Health Department.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
I can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
On January 18th, Rob Blair was appointed by the Berkeley County Commission to fill the vacancy of sheriff. A retired captain with the West Virginia State Police, Rob Blair is putting his 35 years of experience and training in law enforcement, administration, and supervision to work for the citizens of Berkeley County. A vote for Rob Blair for sheriff is a vote for honesty, integrity, professionalism, and proven leadership. Paid for by Committee to Elect Rob Blair for Sheriff.
Welcome back to Martinsburg High School as we're in the Martinsburg Field House, continuing the Parsons Ford countdown to tip-off here in the 4A Region 2 Section 1 semifinal between Hedgesville and Martinsburg. It's now time for our coaches' interviews, brought to you by Rock's Local Markets with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Fast, fresh, friendly Rock's.
Now joined by the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Dave Rogers. Coach Rogers, regular season's come to an end. You guys finished with a 8-game winning streak. Let's just talk a little bit about the regular season as a whole first, now that that's in the rear view window, and get your thoughts.
Well, I think our emphasis this year was on defense, and that defense being 94 feet to full time. I thought our guys did a great job with that. Coach Basie did a wonderful job teaching those skills and really putting that back in, remembering the days he played like that. So our defense has carried us, and then all of a sudden we started shooting the basketball. We always said that if we ever start shooting the basketball, we could be a pretty good basketball team. And I think we've done that the last 8 games and put the ball in the hole. And if we can continue to do that, I'm anxious to see how far we can go.
So before we take a look at the postseason, take a look at last season as well. You guys, as you said before, had a losing season, something that this program isn't used to. How much has it meant to this program this year to bounce back in response from that?
Well, it means an awful lot because we're back to playing Bulldog basketball, and that's a tribute to our players and the type of players they are and the dedication and the hard work that they've put in. This is a game that you cannot lay that basketball down for 6 months, pick it back up and say, I'm going to be a player. It just doesn't work that way. And, this is they've got to be in top physical shape to run like they run and play as hard as they play. You've got to run constantly. You've got a ball in your hand. You've got to pass it, shoot it, rebound it, dribble it. You got to do it all, and there's only 5 of you. So I can't really hide anybody. So you've got to be ready to go. But I think these guys took it upon themselves that they wanted to be good. They've worked very hard in the off season and to get them to this point.
Taking a look at the entire region, the season ends up with 4 teams in the top 10 coming from the Eastern Panhandle. Only 2 of them obviously get to move on to the state tournament, and out of those 4, 3 top 5 teams as well. 4 of those top 10 all coming here in Section 1. What's it going to truly take in your mind to be one of those 2 to make it out of this very tough Region 2?
Well, you're going to have to be on your best every night. I mean, you got to bring it every night that you play. Tonight, win and move on. Lose, got to put them away till next year. And I just think that the competition in this area is just, this is the most evenly matched section I've seen in a long, long time. And it's anybody can do it. And if you're not ready to play on a certain night, then you could go down. So I just think that we need to go out. Everybody at this time, there may be a few wrinkles here and there, but people are going to basically do what got them to this point.
Tonight you guys get to play host to Hedgesville, cross-county rivalry, one of the bigger games in the area because of the history between these 2 programs. So far this year, you guys have come out on top in both regular season meetings. Let's just get into that game, and what's it going to take tonight against the Eagles to make it a 3rd time?
Well, I think they're playing very well right now, and they've, at the beginning of the year, Pittsnogle and Wilmer were taking most of the shots. Now you've got Brown, you've got Kirk, you've got Elliott, you've got some more guys involved. So they're a very good basketball team that I think has really come on down the stretch.
Anything else stand out to you about their team?
Well, they're going to compete. I mean, it's Hedgesville is Hedgesville, Martinsburg is Martinsburg, and I think you're going to see a great game, and I think it's going to be a very competitive game. And the first game we won by a large margin. The second game was very close, and I think our guys know what's on the line tonight. It's going to be who's going to get the loose balls, who's going to get the most rebounds, who's going to do what they need to do to win this game.
Anything else, Coach?
Nope. Have a great night.
Thank you. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Now joined by the head coach of the Hedgesville Eagles, Kelly Church. Coach Church, regular season has come to an end. Let's just get your overall thoughts about how it went for your program.
Well, I think it was a great year in many, many ways. We hope it doesn't come to an end tonight, obviously. But the regular season's over, so now it becomes one and done tonight for everybody that's playing tonight. But our kids, we talked about at the very beginning of the year. We talked about, okay, where are all the seniors from last year? And all the kids, they're all gone. I said, right. What's everybody going to say about us? And they said, well, you're too small. And I said, anybody think we're any good? And everybody's like, no, they'll think we're going to be bad, right? And so throughout the year, starting in the summer, that was our motivation. Like, you can measure how tall you are, how much experience you have. You can measure all those things, but you can't measure kids' hearts. So this is one of those years where, we may not have been always the most talented team. I talk to you guys all the time, like, thank goodness we don't play these games on paper. We wouldn't win very many. But our kids have bought in. I think our coaching staff is my assistants have done a tremendous job of helping me and teach our kids and not only develop them, their individual talents, but then as a team, I think we're fairly cohesive, a group of kids that care about each other. And and then on top of that, for us, I talk about it all the time, and basketball becomes an excuse for the relationships, and it's a pretty close-knit team. So excited for the opportunity tonight. Want to keep this thing going. But in terms of our regular season, we had a couple that we thought slipped away that we could have got. Our only game we thought we really didn't have a chance in, early on, our game versus Martinsburg at our place. They jumped on us early, and it was over almost before it started. So, hopefully we learned from that, and we've gotten better along the way. But we're extremely proud of our kids.
You mentioned last year's team. You guys were section champions, made it to the state tournament as well. What's it going to take this year, knowing what's in your path? And we'll get to that a little bit later. But what's it going to take for your team to make it back?
Well, on a regular basis, we're playing top 5 teams in the state. You have a night that other people say, oh, how good was the team you played? Well, Washington's been in the top 10, and Musselman was 8 or 7. Like, we've been in the top 10. Like, everybody in the EPAC this year, top to bottom. I'm not saying, it'll be all over Facebook. I'm sure there's other years where other teams can argue about, was Brady Catlett's team the best team, or was that, there's lots of other really, really talented teams. When Martinsburg had Dante Grantham and that group, lots of talented teams have come through. Top to bottom in the EPAC, it's a pretty tough year. The best teams are really, really good, and the teams that maybe fall at the end of this thing, man, they're not bad. So there's no easy games, man. There's just not. And so first of all, in our section is number 1 and number 3 in the state. So if somehow, and then obviously you have Jefferson, who's top 5 or 6 in most polls. If we're able to get to the state tournament, I don't care who we play, we certainly will be prepared. We talk to our kids when we made it to the state tournament, we were an 8 seed and we played Logan. And they were the number 1 seed, obviously. And, with a minute left to go in the game, we had a chance to win the game. And that's when they had Cottrell. And so when we won the state championship, we were the 7 seed. So, this time of year, and Coach Rogers does a great job when he talks about it. A lot of things have to happen for you to be lucky enough to win a state championship. A lot of things have to happen, and luck is part of it. You got to everybody stay healthy, nobody be hurt, no one be sick, stay in the right hotel. All those things matter. So for us right now, in terms of this game, one night at a time, if we're able to somehow find a way to upset Martinsburg on their home court, we'll have just beat the number 3 team in the state and on their home court. And what a great reward. We'll see on Friday at Spring Mills, who's the number 1 team in the state, and we'll play on their home floor. So, it's an uphill battle, but, I've alluded to it many times before, like my greatest, individually, my greatest accomplishments have happened throughout my life when someone looked at me and said, you can't. There's no way. So that's the message to our kids. The only thing that really matters right now, our staff and those kids in the locker room, and when they walk up here tonight, when they walk out of that locker room, that they believe that no matter what, they have a chance to win this game. And if they do that, and they play with that attitude, and they play with that emotion, but under control, and they play as physical and tough as they can, regardless of points on the end of the night, scoreboard, anything else, I'll be extremely proud.
Any other thoughts about tonight's matchup against Martinsburg?
Well, I mean, they're like, Coach Rogers does a great job. Obviously, I couldn't be any better friends with Kip Shallis, who helps here now, and on top of that, it's Dave, and you also have Marcellus. I mean, we're not naive, so I think they have a great staff. I think we have a great staff as well, and they have taught their kids. They run a number of different sets. Overall, basketball-wise, what's the thing they do? They started to guard us when we got off the bus, man. That's how they play. And so our kids have to handle that pressure from the start to the finish. You got to box out and limit their second chance points. In terms of their sets and all the stuff they run, so far this year we've done a fairly good job of doing that. But again, sometimes Dave doesn't get enough credit, man. He's like, he is the icon. He's been doing it forever. He's had tons and tons of success. And so every year when you're at Martinsburg High School and you're as talented as they are year in and year out, every year if he doesn't win a state championship, everybody wants to pick up a stone and throw it at him. I think he does a tremendous job. A ton of respect for them and their program, and we're excited to have the opportunity. See how we do.
Best of luck tonight, Coach. That's all I got for you. Good luck.
Thank you very much, and thank you guys for your coverage all year, and best of luck to whoever makes it out of here from the EPAC. If it's us, even if it's not us, best of luck down at States.
That was our coaches' interviews. We'll step aside and take a 2-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Finally, West Virginia is moving in the right direction. As your West Virginia Senate President, Craig Blair has passed the most conservative legislative agenda in the nation. He has fought for our values like banning elective abortions, protecting our Second Amendment rights, and prevented boys from playing in girls' sports. Senator Craig Blair championed the largest tax cut in the history of our state. Craig Blair, a strong conservative leader. Promises made, promises kept. This election, vote for Republican Craig Blair for State Senate. Paid for by the committee to re-elect Craig Blair.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse as we get ready for tip-off here momentarily, but first, tonight's keys to the game as the key to your next car is at the Dutch Miller Automotive Group, home of friends and family pricing. Nick, keys to the game tonight.
Well, I think this game's a lot of it's about tempo tonight. Hedgesville is not a team that's built to score in the 60s, 70s, 80s, so they probably need to keep the score, 50s and lower. Probably in the 40s is more their style of play based on what we've seen this season. But if it turns into a track meet or a game where Martinsburg's getting out and running and able to shoot the ball like they have been able to do toward the end of the season, then it's going to be tough for the Eagles to win it. So I really think the tempo is the key for both teams tonight. And can Martinsburg, keep that tempo at a high pace like they want to play, or can Hedgesville kind of slow the game down, limit the possessions, and, play in Hedgesville favor? And I think it could go either way. It's a great matchup. It's two teams that I think got better as the season went on, and looking forward to it, Kyle.
That's tonight's keys to the game. Now it's time for tonight's starting lineups, which are brought to you by the Marius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors. John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg, or call 304-263-4343. First for the visitors, the Hedgesville Eagles coming into tonight's game 15-7 overall, coached by Kelly Church. Starting tonight for Hedgesville, you have number 3, Xavier Kirk, number 12, Tay Wilmer, number 13, Zandon Gainey, number 21, Noah Brown, and number 24, Quincy Pitsnoggle. For Martinsburg, who's 16-4 overall, coached by Dave Rogers, starting tonight is number 1, Jackson Steen, number 2, Keyshawn Cheek, number 3, Chase Shipley, and number 4, Kyrie Bunny. Lastly, rounding out the starting 5 is number 5, Anthony Owuna for the Martinsburg Bulldogs. We'll step aside, take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, it'll be time for tip-off of the Class 4A Region 2 Section 1 semifinal contest, where the winner goes on to take on the number 1 team in the state, the Spring Mills Cardinals. Friday, loser goes home. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
On January 18th, Rob Blair was appointed by the Berkeley County Commission to fill the vacancy of sheriff. A retired captain with the West Virginia State Police, Rob Blair is putting his 35 years of experience and training in law enforcement, administration, and supervision to work for the citizens of Berkeley County. A vote for Rob Blair for sheriff is a vote for honesty, integrity, professionalism, and proven leadership. Paid for by Committee to Elect Rob Blair for Sheriff.
Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
Heffley Motor Company off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Heffley is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. If you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Heffley.com. The Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Kick off the new year in a new Chevy from CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg. We've got a great selection of new Chevy models on our lot. Right now, save up to $9,000 off MSRP on a new 2024 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab. Or check out a new 2024 Equinox and save up to $3,500 off MSRP. And did we mention every new car comes with Chevy Complete Care and our lifetime powertrain warranty? Find new roads at CMA Chevrolet of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Finally, West Virginia is moving in the right direction. As your West Virginia Senate President, Craig Blair has passed the most conservative legislative agenda in the nation. He has fought for our values like banning elective abortions, protecting our Second Amendment rights, and prevented boys from playing in girls' sports. Senator Craig Blair championed the largest tax cut in the history of our state. Craig Blair, a strong conservative leader. Promises made, promises kept. This election, vote for Republican Craig Blair for State Senate. Paid for by the committee to re-elect Craig Blair.
Welcome back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. Pre-game festivities has concluded. It's now time for tip-off for the 4A Region 2 Section 1 semifinal contest between the Hedgesville Eagles and the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Alongside me is Nick Verzolini. Our cameraman's John Alderton. Back at the studio is Dylan Bishop. Opening tip-off brought to you by Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, representing accident and injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com. Hedgesville in the road blue and white uniforms. Martinsburg in the home white and black uniforms. It'll be Owuna doing the jump ball duties for Martinsburg. Pittsnoggle jumping for the Hedgesville Eagles. Tip one by Hedgesville as Kirk brings it down and we're underway. Kirk picks up his dribble, now passes over to his left. It's caught by Brown. Brown dribbles over on the left side, drives in, kicks it out to Kirk at the right post. He's unable to bring down the pass, goes out of bounds, turnover Martinsburg basketball.
A good idea there from Noah Brown, but pass just didn't quite connect.
Cheek brings the ball down the floor now for the Martinsburg Bulldogs. He dribbles over to the left, tries to pass down low to Shipley. It's tipped over and out of play into the hands of Kaz. Martinsburg keeps possession.
Good hands by Kaz.
Yeah, with a camera and everything. Inbound to Shipley. Catch it now. Begin his dribble. Let's chase Shipley at the right wing. Hands it off to Bunny at the top of the key, who passes behind him to Steen. Swings the pass to Shipley, left wing three. Too strong. Rebounded by Wilmer for Hedgesville. Brown with the basketball now for the Eagles, dribbling it with his left hand, picks it up, passes to Tay Wilmer at the wing. Wilmer dribbles over towards midcourt, will now pass over to the right side for Kirk. Kirk gets a pick from Wilmer, drives the right baseline, bounce pass, caught by Gainey, who saves it from going out of bounds by passing it to Noah Brown. Brown calling for a screen from Pittsnoggle, now drives the open lane where Pittsnoggle was, and drawing first blood is Hedgesville. Noah Brown makes it 2-0.
What's made Hedgesville a lot better here in the second half of the season has been the aggressiveness we've seen from Noah Brown. He stepped up as another scorer to help this team.
Shipley's top of the key three, short, rebounded by Pittsnoggle for Hedgesville. It's Brown with it at the top of the key, passing behind him to Wilmer. Wilmer dribbles, loses it off his foot. It's stolen by Cheek. Rolled out on the opposite end. It's still rolling. Caught by Steen, right corner. He immediately puts up a three. Too strong, no good. Ball rolling around. Eventually back to Steen. He'll pass to Cheek. Cheek slows things down now for Martinsburg. Go to Bunny. Bunny to Shipley. Shipley at the left wing. Passes over to the right side for Cheek. 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Hedgesville 2, Martinsburg nothing. Steen with it to Shipley. Over now for Bunny. Bunny back to Steen, over to Cheek at the right wing. Cheek drives to the elbow, spins around, drives in, puts up a layup. It's no good, but a foul called, stopping the clock with 5:47 left in our first quarter of play. That'll send Cheek to the free throw line for 2 shots, as the first team foul called against Hedgesville will go, I believe, against Quincy Pittsnoggle. No, they actually change it, or at least on the scoreboard they say it was Noah Brown.
Yeah, it looked like to me that Pittsnoggle got over there a little bit late and was the one that picked up the foul, but I guess maybe Brown got him low. There's definitely contact.
Cheek makes both free throws. We're now tied 2 apiece. Hedgesville with it. It's Wilmer in the backcourt. Bounce passing to Brown, who gets it past midcourt with a chest pass to Kirk, who goes to Pittsnoggle to Wilmer. Right wing three, up and good by Tay Wilmer, as Hedgesville now leads 5-2. Quickly back down the court. It's a turnover for Martinsburg as Owuna, pass intercepted by Wilmer.
Last time we saw Hedgesville against Spring Mills, I don't think Wilmer made a shot. So huge to see him make an early three and get on the board to help provide some offense. Good
looks like we're going to have a call that Wilmer stepped out of bounds in front of Martinsburg's bench, so Bulldogs get the basketball. 5:13 left in the first.
Hedgesville's going to need Wilmer to make shots. You know, him, Pittsnoggle, and Kirk are their main offensive weapons. We've seen some good things here as of late from Brown and Gainey, but, you know, you need your top three guys to be on their A game tonight against Martinsburg.
Cheek to Shipley. Shipley at the left elbow. Steps out behind the perimeter now and passes to the right wing for Cheek. Cheek begins his dribble, guarded very closely by Brown. Gets a pick from Owuna. It's double team, so Cheek gives it over to Shipley. Shipley's three around the rim and in from the left wing, and now we're tied up at 5. Brown looking long, instead goes short with the inbound to Kirk, who gives it right back to Brown. Brown has a wide open Gainey down low. His shot up too strong, and now we have a foul called as Shipley went up for the rebound and kind of got his feet taken out from underneath him. He looks to be okay, even though he's gingerly speed walking down the opposite end of the court. That's Brown's second foul. Looks like he's going to the bench now, and Pence will come in.
Yeah, that's big because, like I said, Noah Brown's been playing really well for Hedgesville down the stretch. He's given them another scorer. This team doesn't have a lot of depth. You know, its bench is really not its strength. They try to keep their starting five out there for the most part. So, big second foul on Noah Brown.
5-5 is the score between Hedgesville and Martinsburg. 4:18 left in the first. Clock winding down as Cheek travels, trying to go with the Euro step, but took too many.
Tried to go with the James Harden. You get as many steps as you want if you're James Harden.
Hedgesville basketball. Kirk in the backcourt right now, dribbling, going in between his legs. He'll now break the midcourt stripe and have it deflected over and out of play by Shipley from behind. Romaine Hedgesville possession.
Yeah, Martinsburg's speed and intensity on the defensive end is definitely there here tonight. They're putting a lot of pressure on Hedgesville. Eagles have done a pretty good job with it so far, but you got to be ready for it.
Wilmer to Pence. Pence pump fakes and dribbles off his leg. It goes out into the Martinsburg bench. The turnover gives the ball to the Bulldogs.
But there have been those little mistakes like that one there where you just kind of scratch your head and go, you know, what happened?
3:50 left in the first. Still 5-5. Hedgesville and Martinsburg here in the Section 1 semifinal. Steen with it for Martinsburg. Passing to Owuna, top of the key three by Anthony Owuna, too strong, rebounded by Pence. Hedgesville brings it down the court. Kirk to Wilmer. Wilmer dribbling on the right side, looking for somebody to pass to. Still keeping it. Dribbling with his left hand is Wilmer. Wilmer now passes to Kirk. Kirk goes to Pittsnoggle at the top of the key, back to Kirk at the right wing, who almost has it stolen by Steen. He has to pick up his dribble. Now the pass is intercepted by Owuna. 2v1 for Martinsburg. Owuna, reverse layup is good. Martinsburg has a lead now at 7-5.
He made up for a questionable shot on the last possession with a great defensive play and an easy basket. I can't remember the last time I've seen Anthony Owuna pull a three. It's not really his shot, so great job by him defensively, though, to make a play on the other end.
Wilmer with it for Hedgesville. 2:50 left in the first. 2-point ball game and a foul called against Martinsburg's Jackson Steen, his first team first. First quarter presented on TV 10 by Brown Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons. Family-owned full-service funeral home in Martinsburg and one in Charlestown, Ranson, proudly serving our area since 1880, as well as CMA's Honda Winchester at 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward. Hedgesville basketball. Tay Wilmer passing to Pittsnoggle. Pittsnoggle back to Wilmer. Wilmer gets a pick now from Pittsnoggle. Dribbles to the top of the key. Pump fakes. Passes to Kirk. Kirk back to Wilmer. Wilmer driving in at the free throw line. Spins. Pump fakes. Has a wide open shot now as he fooled Owuna, and we're tied at 7-7. Great moves there by Wilmer.
Yeah, when he's able to score at a high rate, it really helps this Hedgesville team. He's a talented guard. He's the most experienced player that they brought back this season.
Pass deflected, still with Owuna for Martinsburg. He goes to Steen to Shipley, Shipley to Cheek. Cheek dribbling it on top of the left ear of the Martinsburg logo at midcourt. He'll now pass over to Shipley, who goes to Steen at the left wing. Steen hands it to Owuna, hands it to Bunny, back to Cheek, left wing 3, off the mark, tipped around, and now we have a foul called as Pittsnogle went up for the rebound and had some contact made from behind. Minute 54 left in the first quarter, still 7-7 between Hedgesville and Martinsburg. First foul called. Looks like that one against Anthony Owuna, team second of the quarter.
Hedgesville's half-court defense has been great. You know, they're doing a good job in the half court. Some of their issues have come when they've given up some turnovers.
Wilmer passing to Gainey. Gainey guarded by Cheek. Dribbles out of the way. Now over to the left side does Gainey. Gainey getting a pick from Kirk. Picks up his dribble now. Lobs a pass behind Wilmer. Saves it from going out of bounds. It was deflected by Cheek. And now Cheek has a layup on the opposite end.
Well, Coach Church is furious because he said it should be a backcourt violation, which I think he might be right. I don't believe it was tipped.
Either way, now it's 9-7 Martinsburg leading Hedgesville with 1:11 left as we have a foul called down near the baseline on the far side of the court. So that's the third team foul called against Martinsburg in this quarter.
So no backcourt gives Martinsburg an easy layup. And I think that was a missed call by the officials.
That's Steen getting the foul, his second. Inbound to Wilmer, catch and shoot. 3 is good. Wilmer, 8 points now, giving Hedgesville a 10-9 lead. Josiah King, the freshman, with it for Martinsburg. Under a minute left in the first. King dribbling at the top of the key. About 4 feet away from that three-point line. He'll now pass over to the right for Cheek, who goes down low to Bunny. Bunny kicks it out to Height, long 2 from the left wing off the mark. Tipped around down low. Still being deflected around. Kirk brings it in for Hedgesville. He's now going down the court coast to coast, but it's stolen from behind by Height for Martinsburg. He goes to Cheek. Cheek now flying down the court, 3v2. Pass to the right to Bunny. Layup is good with 30 seconds left. Bunny now gives Martinsburg an 11-10 lead. The inbound to Gainey. Gainey goes to Pence. Pence to Tay Wilmer, who's going to slow things down for Hedgesville. Try to hold on for the last shot of the first. 15 seconds left. It's Martinsburg 11, Hedgesville 10 in the first quarter. 10 seconds. It's Pittsnogle with it, guarded by Height. He goes over to Kirk at the left wing. Kirk calling for a pick from Pittsnogle. Now gives it to Pittsnogle. Drives in. Goes up with a shot. It's no good. Looked like up high. Bunny got all ball, but I couldn't tell down low if he drew some contact, and the referee calls the foul against Bunny, sending Pittsnogle to the free throw line.
Not too sure. I thought maybe he got him on the wrist, to be honest, but I didn't see much contact down low.
Pittsnogle first free throw goes, tying us up at 11. 2.8 seconds left on the clock in quarter number 1. Pittsnogle's second free throw is good, giving Hedgesville a 12-11 lead. Martinsburg getting ready to inbound.
Arndt comes in, I think, just so Pittsnogle doesn't pick up.
Shipley gets the inbound, pulls up from half court, and it's short, and at the end of 1, Hedgesville leads Martinsburg 12-11. We'll step aside and take a 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center at 800 Emmett Rouse Drive, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley-Morgan County Health Department. The City of Martinsburg Police Department is now recruiting for new officers to serve the community and to be a part of our team. Starting pay ranges from $53,813 to $70,565 depending on certified experience, with a raise once you're certified and a potential sign-on bonus as well. City of Martinsburg police benefits include health insurance, vacation leave, sick leave, personal time and comp time, a pension plan, paid gym membership, longevity pay, tuition assistance, and a deferred compensation plan. Apply at cityofmartinsburg.org.
Welcome back to the Martinsburg Field House as we head to the second quarter of the 4A Region 2 Section 1 semifinal. Hedgesville 12, Martinsburg 11 is the score. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. Alongside me is Nick Verzolini. John Alderton running our camera. Back at the studio is Dylan Bishop.
It seems like the transition offense has been the main success for Martinsburg early on. Besides the Shipley 3, most things have come in transition. So
Shipley with it, kicking it out to King in the right corner.
Hedgesville's got to try to limit that.
Goes to Shipley, pulls up for 3 from the top of the key. Too strong, rebounded by Gainey for Hedgesville. That's something that hasn't helped Martinsburg, too. A lot of missed opportunities from behind the arc right now.
Yeah, but that's the shot that you want to force them to take. Like, yes, they've gotten a lot better from 3, but we still know that at the beginning of the season they were really struggling from the outside. If you're taking them into contested threes, you know, Coach Church and Hedgesville probably wants that a lot more than layups at the rim. So,
foul called over at the left wing, as that's the first foul of the quarter against Martinsburg.
And it doesn't necessarily feel like Martinsburg's forcing any threes, but still, you know, they've been a little bit contested. They're getting enough pressure on those jumpers to make them tough.
Foul called against Josiah King, the freshman, who now has a deflection, and it's still deflected again by Height into the backcourt. And Gainey for Hedgesville has it now.
But you can't have sloppy passes like that. So Gainey, you know, he's got to get rid of it here.
Gainey driving in.
Maybe not.
Puts up a floater, and it's banked in. He saw the open lane and took it. It's now 14-11.
Yeah, we haven't seen much, you know, great ball handling from Gainey like that. So we're definitely impressed with the move there.
Cheek at the right elbow. Pump fakes, goes to Shipley, who goes to King in the left corner. King drives in, kicks it out to Height, right wing 3. Off the mark. No! It looked like it was going to be too strong off the back end of the rim and took a weird spin and somehow found its way in, and we're tied at 14.
I have no idea how that went in.
Neither do I. Tay Wilmer with it for Hedgesville, guarded by King. Wilmer driving the left side, kicking out to Kirk in the left corner. He catches it, now runs to the elbow, puts up a floater in the paint, and it's good by Kirk. His first 2 points gives Hedgesville the lead back now at 16-14, 2 minutes into the second quarter.
It's a little surprising how easily it feels like Hedgesville's getting to the basket.
Cheek with the basketball for Martinsburg, slowing things down now, picking up the tempo, driving in, kicking it out to King. King drives in, fakes a pass, and travels. He wanted to go to Cheek and waited too long. Last second he tried to go to Shipley, but that last foot already came down for the violation. Tay Wilmer against the inbound for Hedgesville, who leads 16-14 over Martinsburg. Wilmer now gets double teamed. Tries to pass to Pittsnoggle. It's stolen by Height. Height gets it to Cheek. Cheek now drives in, puts up a contested layup. It's good, and the foul. We're tied up at 16 as Keyshawn Cheek now leads the way with 6 points for Martinsburg. He can go to the free throw line for a 3-point opportunity to give Martinsburg the lead.
And the offense comes in transition. A poor Hedgesville pass. If Martinsburg's going to the rim, it's going to be tough for Hedgesville to get back and compete with that.
Cheek free throw rattles around and is good, giving Martinsburg a 17-16 lead with 5.5 minutes left in quarter number 2. Wilmer bounce pass to Kirk. Kirk back over to Wilmer, who goes to Pence. Pence breaks midcourt, now goes to Kirk on the right side. He'll drive in, loses his footing, slips, turns the ball over. Back the other way goes Martinsburg. It's Shipley. Layup on the right side is good. 19-16, Martinsburg up by 3 now against Hedgesville. Another transition basket for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and Kirk just trying to do too much on the offensive end. You know, once you get into the half court, even though Martinsburg's still pressuring you, you can slow it down a little bit.
Pence has it stolen by Cheek. Cheek back the other way, 2v1 with him and Shipley. He keeps it himself, puts up a layup. It's good. 21-16 now, Martinsburg leads.
I'd call timeout, honestly, here, just because Hedgesville's just being sloppy.
Yep, another turnover. Steal by Martinsburg. It's King with the basketball. Slowing things down now, the clock winding down. It's now at 4.5 left in quarter number 2. King Handing it over to Shipley. Shipley at the right elbow, drives in, stops in the paint, puts up a shot too strong off the back of the iron, rebounded by Kirk. And now you get that timeout called by Hedgesville. We'll take a 30-second break with a Martinsburg 21, Hedgesville 16. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10. Back in 30.
On January 18th, Rob Blair was appointed by the Berkeley County Commission to fill the vacancy of sheriff. A retired captain with the West Virginia State Police, Rob Blair is putting his 35 years of experience and training in law enforcement, administration, and supervision to work for the citizens of Berkeley County. A vote for Rob Blair for sheriff is a vote for honesty, integrity, professionalism, and proven leadership. Paid for by Committee to Elect Rob Blair for Sheriff.
We welcome you back here. 4:22 left in the second quarter. Our second quarter brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg or online at Orsinis.com, as well as Craig Blair for State Senate, the Eastern Panhandle's first and only Senate President and Lieutenant Governor, fiscal and social conservative. He's making West Virginia great again by cutting taxes and creating jobs. Let's re-elect Craig Blair in 2024. Martinsburg 21, Hedgesville 16, the score in quarter number 2 of this 4A Region 2 Section 1 semifinal. Winner on Friday night will play at Spring Mills. Loser goes home as off the timeout. It's Gainey with the right side layup for Hedgesville, making it 21-18.
And what changed there for Hedgesville is they brought Noah Brown back in. He's a good ball handler. He's a pretty smart player on the offensive end, and they break that press a lot easier, make some really good passes, get an easy layup at the rim from Gainey.
And the reason why he was out, he's guarding Bunny right now, is because he had 2 fouls in that first quarter. As King goes up with a shot, it's no good, but he's fouled with 3:44 left in the second quarter. Send the freshman from Martinsburg to the line for 2 free throws.
It was a good play by Brown, even though he left the ball, which isn't really what you want him to do. He knew he was kind of in a foul situation where he was probably going to be forced into one with King's ability to create contact. So Pittsnoggle picks one up, makes him earn it at the line, which is what you'd rather have than an easy layup.
Call that foul against Wilmer.
Okay.
His first.
I guess I just
team first.
Everything looks like
Pittsnoggle is in the area. Yeah, it does. They say the contact first was against Tay Wilmer as King makes that first free throw.
I guess when you're 6'9", you just...
It's tough to look innocent.
Yeah, but he is, I guess.
Second free throw no good by King, making it 22-18 still. Martinsburg up by 4. It's Hedgesville basketball. Wilmer, top of the key, dribbling with his left hand now, picking it up and passing over to Kirk. Kirk catches it, gets a pick from Pittsnoggle, dribbles over towards the top of the key, pass over to the right side for Brown, who's now at that right wing, driving the baseline, kicking it out to Wilmer, left corner 3, off the front of the rim, no good. Ball rebounded by King, goes to Cheek now for Martinsburg. 3 minutes left in first half. King back to Cheek. Cheek starts his dribble now at the midcourt logo. Will pass over to Chase Shipley, the right side. Going to Cheek now at the top of the key, goes to Height at the wing on the left side. Awuna with it off the pass from Height. Height from Awuna now to Cheek. Cheek calling for a screen by Awuna. Getting it. Now trying to pass down low is Cheek. Through the hands of Shipley, out of bounds. And it's Hedgesville basketball.
Even though Martinsburg turned it over, I do like the adjustment they've made in the half court of trying to slow it down. It's tough to play defense, for 20, 25 seconds at a time, even longer than that. So sometimes that's why Hedgesville's so effective, is they try to slow it down and make you play defense for a long time.
Kirk, the left wing, drives in and had the lane. Layup too strong, no good. Rebounded by Gainey. The putback is good by Gainey. It's a 2-point game now. Martinsburg 22, Hedgesville 20. Take the Shipley over now for King. King dribbling, bounce passing to Height, who goes right back to King. King dribbles between his legs, picks it up, goes to Cheek. Cheek back to King, goes over to Height at the right wing. It's guarded by Brown. Height dribbles into the lane, loses it. And it's going to be called with a double dribble. Minute 46 left in the second quarter. The turnover gives the ball to Hedgesville as an opportunity to tie or take the lead.
Yeah, good call by the official.
It's Martinsburg 22, Hedgesville 20. Minute 40 left in quarter number 2. Brown passes across midcourt. It's caught by Xavier Kirk. Kirk goes to Pittsnoggle. Pittsnoggle sees Gainey wide open down low, and we're tied at 22.
Again, when Hedgesville hasn't turned it over, their half-court offense has been really good. It's just they've turned it over quite a bit, so that's, the reason why we're tied.
Aluna down low, tries to put it up and in, too strong off the glass, rebounded by Pittsnoggle, who goes to Tay Wilmer. Wilmer to Brown, Brown at the right wing, drives in the baseline, turns around, finds Pittsnoggle, who goes up with a slam dunk. Hedgesville now takes the lead, 24-22.
That was big, wasn't it? I mean, Hedgesville's just getting to the rim easily. You don't see too many, in-the-lane dunks in high school basketball. In a half-court set and not on a fast break.
Shipley pulls up from the right elbow. Too strong, rebounded by Pittsnoggle. 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Hedgesville up 24-22 against Martinsburg. Brown breaks midcourt. Looking for somebody to pass to. Dribbling with his left hand. Now passes to Kirk. Kirk goes to Gainey. Gainey standing right at midcourt. Goes over to the left side. It's caught by Wilmer. Goes to Brown. 10 seconds left in the second quarter. Noah Brown passing to Pittsnoggle. Pittsnoggle at the top of the key. Dribbles once, dribbles twice, and will be fouled now with 3.3 seconds left. Stopping the clock. No double bonus. It's only the, I believe, second foul of the quarter for Martinsburg. Waiting to see who it was called against, and it looks like it's against King, which is his second as well. So again, 3.3 seconds left. Catching it in the backcourt's Wilmer. Puts up a half-court shot. It's good! And at the half, Hedgesville goes into the locker room up 27-22 over the number 3 team in the state, the Martinsburg Bulldogs, who are on upset alert in the field house. What a shot, Nick. What a shot.
I mean, what a way to end the half. If you're Hedgesville, Tay Wilmer with an incredible shot.
His third 3 of the half, totaling 11 points tonight, leading the way for Hedgesville. We'll step aside, take a 2-minute break, then be back for our halftime show. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Skinner family has been representing West Virginians for more than 50 years.
We've changed the name of our firm to Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers because we want to be clear about what we do. We represent people who have been in car, truck, and other catastrophic accidents.
We're here to be a voice for the injured and vulnerable, and we take that job seriously with deep commitment to serving our clients wherever they are.
Just Google Skinner Accident Lawyer or visit SkinnerWins.com. We'll treat you like family.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel is helping create extraordinary futures.
So we've seen improvements in our boys on the, as I said, arithmetic, reading and writing.
I worked in the county, I worked in public school, and that's what I knew. And I knew I wanted to be able to give her more. So I would recommend this to anyone.
You know, our daughter has thrived here. The family-like environment is exactly what she needed.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel in Martinsburg, equipping children to lead lives of significant impact.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Welcome back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse at the half of the 4A Region 2 Section 1 semifinal. Hedgesville 27, Martinsburg 22. As our halftime show brought to you by the brought to you by the Mansion Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com here in the Mountain State. What a half.
Yeah.
Everybody's out of sorts. I don't know if anybody expected this tonight.
I mean, I figured Hedgesville would come in and compete. You know, you didn't expect them to come in and get blown out. But besides the turnovers, like, Hedgesville's played an amazing first half. Their defense has been really good in the half court. Martinsburg has 22 first half points, but I'd be interested to see how many of those are in transition or off of turnovers from Hedgesville, because you know, their half-court offense really hasn't been there. And then Hedgesville, again, when they've taken care of the basketball and gotten the ball into the half-court, they've ran really good offense, and Martinsburg's really just allowing them to get a ton of layups. And now Tay Wilmer's hitting shots that are just absolutely ridiculous from half-court. So, you know, what looked like just a mess of a final possession before the first half buzzer turns into a three-pointer from half court, and Hedgesville has all the momentum, it feels like, right now, 27-22. They got a dunk from Pittsnoggle. You know, just they might steal one here against the Bulldogs, and it's crazy to think, again, one of these two teams will be eliminated tonight when we have two top 10 teams in the same section playing in the first round of sectionals. You don't see it very often that they get eliminated in one night, so you know, great night, great game so far, and we'll see if Hedgesville can keep it up for the full 32 minutes. That'll be key here, Colin.
So before we get to the first half stats for those tuned in on TV10 or WRNR TV on YouTube, you can see down at midcourt it is the Martinsburg Bulldog State Champion football team, offensive and defensive lineman Rashad Reed out there with Principal Trent Sherman, Head Coach Dave Walker, and Athletic Director Davis Moore. It's Rashad Reed receiving an award here from that state championship season. Couldn't really hear what the award was.
The Huff Award.
It's the Huff Award, so there we go. Reed winning the damn Huff Award, so congratulations to him. Thank you to John Alderton for zooming in and helping Nick out see that. Let's get our first half stats now. Brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. For Martinsburg, Cheek leads the way with 9 points. Shipley has 5 points. Height has 3. Owuna and Bunny have 2 points each. And King has 1. For Hedgesville, leading scorers Wilmer with 11, Gainey with 8, Pittsnoggle with 4, then Kirk and Brown with 2 points each. We'll step aside, take a 2-minute break, and very quickly it will be Dylan Bishop giving a score from the other side and then sending it right back. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center at 800 Emmett Rouse Drive, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley-Morgan County Health Department.
Kick off the new year in a new Chevy from CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg. We've got a great selection of new Chevy models on our lot. Right now, save up to $9,000 off MSRP on a new 2024 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab. Or check out a new 2024 Equinox and save up to $3,500 off MSRP. And did we mention every new car comes with Chevy Complete Care and our lifetime powertrain warranty? Find new roads at CMA Chevrolet of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
I do.
I do. We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
I can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
Welcome into the N1 Halftime Scoreboard show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 at halftime of a 27-22 game. Hedgesville up on Martinsburg here in the first game of the sectional playoffs. Now on the other side of the region here, Section 2, Musselman up 26-14 on the Washington Patriots at halftime. So Hedgesville and Musselman up at the half, Appleman by 12. Hedgesville on the road up by 5 on the Martinsburg Bulldogs. And we'll send it back to Colin and Nick at Martinsburg High School for the second half. This has been the M1 Halftime Scoreboard show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
We are the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told, you need a lawyer. But that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or a loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
Welcome back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse as things winding down at halftime. It's almost time for quarter number 3. Score, Hedgesville 27, Martinsburg 22. Both teams getting ready to head back out onto the floor. Martinsburg already at midcourt. Hedgesville still putting the final halftime adjustments in.
Yeah, I mean, what a first half. You know, Martinsburg is definitely being challenged. They haven't shot the ball as well as they did toward the end of the year. If you look at things on the Hedgesville side, you know, their defense has been really good. Their half-court offense has been good. They just got to cut down on their turnovers. I think they'll be all right. Martinsburg, when they've created the turnovers, they've played their best style of basketball, but they got to work on some things in the half-court on both ends. Too many easy layups for Hedgesville, and offensively, just not enough well-executed possessions. And they're still very much in the game, so that just shows the talent of this team. But, hey, Hedgesville's not a bad team either. Both teams are top 10 in the state for a reason, so should be a great second half, Colin.
Gainey with the basketball as Hedgesville starts with possession for quarter number 3, and it's a turnover as the pass intended for Pitsnoggle gets stripped by Cheek, and Cheek unable to fully get possession. It rolls out off him, so Hedgesville gets the ball right back.
Yeah, might as well not really even been a turnover. I don't know if you would count it as a turnover, but yeah, Hedgesville got it right back. Ball was kind of loose for a while there, and now they'll clean the floor. But that felt like it was going to be almost another Pittsnoggle dunk based on how that lane was opening up if he could have handled that pass. And the crowd coming back in here, but overall, I mean, it's a good crowd too, Colin, for the most part. Student section was a little weak for Martinsburg early on, but it seems like they got more students. I don't know.
Inbound over to Wilmer. His right wing three, no good. Offensive rebound for Hedgesville. Brown dribbling over to the right side from the left side. Goes to Kirk. Kirk drives in. Finds Gainey down low at the left post. His shot no good. Putback also no good, but he's fouled on the putback. 7:16 left in quarter number 3. That'll send Xanon Gainey to the free throw line. That foul called against Keyshawn Cheek, his first team first of the quarter. Free throw up and good by Gainey.
He's played well. The role players have stepped up for Hedgesville, which we knew would be key.
Second free throw, no good off the side of the rim, keeping it at Hedgesville 28, Martinsburg 22. Cheek over to Bunny for Martinsburg, back to Cheek. Cheek dribbles to the left wing, then passes over to the right side for Bunny. Bunny at the top of the key, drives in on the left side, kicks it out to Height, left corner three. Too strong, no good, rebounded by Noah Brown. The three-point struggles continue for Martinsburg. It's Gainey with the basketball. Dribbling in on the right side. Floater, no good. He's missed everything, and now from behind, Cheek gets nudged by Gainey. That's Gainey's first foul, team first of the quarter.
Yeah, how does Martinsburg figure it out? Because it's been a while since their shots haven't been falling. They're not falling right now, so they got to figure out a way to get easier shots and get this offense going like it was for the majority of this 8-game winning streak.
Shipley with the basketball for the Bulldogs. Dribbling at the volleyball line. Now into the right elbow, kicking it out to Steen at the wing. Back over to Shipley. He drives to right baseline. It's double team, kicks it out to Bunny, top of the key, three off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Kirk for Hedgesville.
They're just not going tonight. And Hedgesville's doing a great job of forcing them into those threes, but I think Martinsburg's got to try to change something.
Brown drives in. His layup too strong, no good, and an offensive foul called down low as Keyshawn Cheek takes a charge. That's Brown's third.
Well, we know Keyshawn is usually in good position, and that's big because when Noah Brown came out of the game in the first half, that's when Martinsburg got back into it. Hedgesville had some turnovers, had some bad possessions, and Martinsburg even built itself a little bit of a lead. Then Brown came back in, and Hedgesville ended that first half on a good run. So no Brown on the court is huge for Hedgesville right now.
Shipley's jumper misses, rebounded by Gainey for Hedgesville. It's now Wilmer getting the lob pass from Gainey.
Well, if no Brown, Wilmer has to be the point guard.
Wilmer pulls up for three off the front of the rim, no good. Tipped around down low. Pittsnoggle puts it back up, but a foul called first. Stopping the clock with 5:27 left in the third.
Yeah, it looked like
and
he
that
pushed
foul
off
called
to
against
get
Pittsnoggle.
Pushed off to get that rebound.
So that time, Pittsnoggle does pick up the foul, only his first.
He didn't really need to do that. I feel like he could have reached over top and not made contact.
It's the team third foul of the quarter. Cheek drives in, left side layup, no good. Rebounded by Pittsnoggle, goes to Wilmer. Wilmer down the court now for Hedgesville. Has it stolen from behind by Shipley and tipped right back by Wilmer. It goes out of bounds. Last off Wilmer, Martinsburg ball. 5:08 left in the third quarter. It's Hedgesville 28, Martinsburg 22. Only 1 point so far scored here in the first 3 minutes of the third.
Yeah, neither team's really taking advantage of their defensive stops here, and it's just been a slow-moving third quarter.
Steen tries to fire up the Bulldogs with a three. It's no good as the ball goes out of bounds in the right corner. It'll be Hedgesville basketball. Timeout taken by Martinsburg. We'll take a 30-second break with them. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The City of Martinsburg Police Department is now recruiting for new officers to serve the community and to be a part of our team. Starting pay ranges from $53,813 to $70,565 depending on certified experience, with a raise once you're certified and a potential sign-on bonus as well. City of Martinsburg police benefits include health insurance, vacation leave, sick leave, personal time and comp time, a pension plan, paid gym membership, longevity pay, tuition assistance, and a deferred compensation plan. Apply at cityofmartinsburg.org.
Welcome back inside the Martinsburg Fieldhouse for West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 for the Class 4A Region 2 Section 1 semifinal. Hedgesville leads 28-22 over the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Hedgesville basketball caught by Kirk. Kirk runs into Cheek, who went down. No foul called. Hedgesville still has the ball. It's Wilmer now breaking midcourt with the dribble. Drives in on the left side, fakes a pass to Pence, instead goes to Kirk. Kirk dribbles over to the right side. Now passes to Gainey at the top of the key. Goes over to the left side, drives in, puts up a floater. No good. Rebounded by Martinsburg. Bunny back the other way. Goes to Shipley in the right corner. Goes to Cheek at the wing. Cheek drives in, layup. Kisses off the glass and in.
That's what Martinsburg needs. Keyshawn Cheek going to the rim. He's one of the best in the state at getting to the basket and finishing. And the jumpers aren't falling, so they need to get easy layups at the rim. That could be the basket that lifts Martinsburg offensively, because Hedgesville's gone flat.
Turnover, pass intended for Pittsnoggle, stolen by Bunny. Bunny to Shipley. Shipley drives in, goes over to Steen. Steen left wing three. No good by Steen. Rebounded by Pittsnoggle. It's Hedgesville 28, Martinsburg 24, as Martinsburg still only 2 3-pointers tonight made. Wilmer, three. No good for Hedgesville. Ball deflected around and eventually brought down by Shipley for Martinsburg. He goes coast to coast, finds Height down low in the paint, and Height makes it 28-26 with the basket, and a timeout called by Hedgesville. We'll take a 30-second break with them with 3:21 left in the third. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
We welcome you back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. 3:21 left in quarter number 3. Hedgesville 28, Martinsburg 26. Third quarter brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to FordHagerstown.com. As well as Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361. Winner of this one moves on to the Section 1 championship Friday night at Spring Mills. We'll have coverage of that ball game as well with 6:30 pregame coverage, 7 p.m. tip. Losers season ends tonight.
Yeah, and Spring Mills, I mean, they're ready to roll. They're sitting pretty much directly below us. Yeah, there they are, right on camera. And, I mean, they're ready for this one. Obviously, whoever they get, it's a big rivalry either way. So, should be a great matchup. Martinsburg's been a little bit closer than Hedgesville in those games, but Hedgesville last time gave them a first half battle.
It's Noah Brown with it for Hedgesville.
Kind of feels like this game here tonight. Can Hedgesville finish the fight?
Go down low to Art. And the shot is good, making it 30-26. Steen for Martinsburg, passing to Shipley at the top of the key, who passes right over to the left wing. It's caught by Cheek. Back to Steen. Steen drives in, pivots around at the right elbow, kicks it out to Shipley, and Shipley gets caught with the travel violation. Turnover, Hedgesville ball. 2:47 left in quarter number 3. It's Hedgesville 30, Martinsburg 26.
Yeah, the offense just went away here in this third quarter. It's turned into a defensive grind for both teams. And Noah Brown's back in, so we'll see if that helps the Hedgesville offense. He was able to give them a spark toward the end of the first half.
Pass high, brought down by Gainey, who goes down low to Arndt. Arndt goes to Wilmer. Wilmer, the left corner, kicks it out to the wing, caught by Gainey. Gainey dribbles it off his foot, and he has to pick it up. Now trying to find somebody to pass to, goes to Kirk. Kirk has it tipped around by Shipley. Ball's on the ground, and a tie-up. Possession arrow. Looks like giving the ball to Martinsburg, unless we had a foul called first.
Nah, it was a jump, I think.
And it is jump ball, possession arrow, Martinsburg. Pittsnoggle checks back in for Hedgesville. Height does so for Martinsburg.
So you could say both teams are bringing in their height.
Yes.
Just in a different way.
Good job, Nick, with the alliteration.
Alliteration isn't the right term there, Colin.
I tried.
Homophone? Words that sound the same but mean different things?
Steen. Shipley. Shipley dribbling now. Midcourt over to Bunny. Back to Shipley. Minute 40 left in quarter number 3. Bunny, the top of the key. Dribbling for Martinsburg, slowing things down as this half-court defense for Hedgesville, giving Martinsburg no space to go down low. Shipley now with the basketball. Driving in and will be fouled as a reach-in call, I believe against Gainey, and it is. Minute 24 left in the third. That's the 4th team foul of the quarter called against Hedgesville, so Martinsburg 1 away from the bonus. Inbound to Keyshawn Cheek. Steen with it now at the right wing, going down. Shipley. Shipley back to Cheek. Cheek with the basketball as it's Hedgesville 30, Martinsburg 26. A minute left in the third quarter. Cheek to Shipley, who's now in front of Martinsburg's bench. He'll hand it over to Cheek, who comes over towards him. Cheek drives in, tries to go down low to Shipley, but it's just to the right side of Chase Shipley, and he goes out of bounds. Hedgesville wins the battle and gets the ball. Tay Wilmer gets the inbound, passing it to Noah Brown, who's going to jog down the court with the dribble for Hedgesville. Brown still dribbling, trying to motion the offense. It's everybody behind the three-point line for Hedgesville, nobody down low. Go to Gainey. Gainey floats a pass to Kirk at the post on the right side. He kicks it out to Wilmer. Wilmer pump fakes, finds Brown. Brown out to Pittsnoggle. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Hedgesville just starts swinging the ball around the arc again. Brown slowing it down with 10 seconds left in the third. Passes to Pittsnoggle. Pittsnoggle drives in, goes up for a layup, and it's fouled with 5.6 seconds left in quarter number 3. That'll send Quincy to the free throw line.
Again, like I said earlier, it's tough to play defense for a long period of time. Eventually you're going to get tired, and Hedgesville just kind of tired them out and drew a foul. Even though it was good defense for Martinsburg during that entire time, they just kind of got lazy there at the end and fouled.
First free throw by Pittsnoggle around the rim and good. 5 points now for Pittsnoggle, making it 31-26. That foul called against Shipley for Martinsburg, which was his first, team second of the quarter. Second free throw up. That one falls through as well by Pittsnoggle. And it's 32-26, Hedgesville. 5.6 seconds left in the third. Martinsburg sends a long inbound to Steen at midcourt. Steen dribbles over and in. Tried to go up and lost the ball into the hands of Arndt. And that's how quarter number 3 will end as Hedgesville extends the lead out to 32-26 over Martinsburg. We'll head to the fourth quarter after this 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
WVU Medicine is pleased to introduce 6 new providers who've joined University Health Associates East and our medical staffs at Berkeley Medical Center and Jefferson Medical Center. Dr. Omar Naveed, Neurology. Dr. Carol Pina Parker, Pediatrics. Dr. Jeff Parker, Pediatrics. Dr. Shalini Reddy, Thoracic Surgery. Nurse Practitioner Charlie Smith, Cardiology. And Dr. Sadia Wahid, Rheumatology. Welcome to WVU Medicine.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome back to the Martinsburg Field House as we head to the fourth quarter. It's Hedgesville on top of the Bulldogs 32-26 as the number 3 team in the state of West Virginia, 8 minutes away from being upset and having the season come to an end.
Yeah, I mean, what a weird game. Hedgesville is a 5-point quarter, but they have a 6-point lead heading into the fourth. You wouldn't really have expected that based on how Martinsburg's been playing offensively.
Brown has his pocket picked. It's stolen by Cheek for Martinsburg, who goes to Awuna. Awuna, layup rejected by Pittsnoggle off the glass. It's going to roll out of bounds last off Hedgesville. Martinsburg ball. Hedgesville, number 10 in the state. Great season for them, too. 15-7 overall, but the way things went in the regular season, you favored Martinsburg in this one.
I mean, it's still far from over, but yeah.
And down to Bunny. He pulls up at the right wing for 3. It's good. And now a lob up the opposite end. Hedgesville catches Martinsburg napping on the inbound, and Gainey goes down the court and makes it 34-29.
I'm hoping this start to the fourth quarter is a sign of what we saw in the first half would be more like the game we see here in the final few minutes.
Steen loses it. It's stolen by Wilmer for Hedgesville.
Because that third quarter was just slow. Not a whole lot offensively, and obviously when these two teams are just going back and forth at it, it's a lot more fun, Colin.
Kirk drives in, puts up a runner, too strong, no good, but he's fouled. We'll see if they called a shooting foul or on the floor. Okay. Foul called on the floor. First foul of the quarter for Martinsburg. And it's against Chase Shipley, his second. His height checks in for Steen. Steen's scoreless tonight for Martinsburg. Gainey gets the inbound. Layup no good. Gets his own rebound. Goes out to Brown, to Wilmer, who thinks about the 3. Instead gives it to Kirk, who goes to Brown for Hedgesville. It's Gainey now with the basketball. Pass to Brown at the volleyball line on the right side corner. Brown picks up his dribble. Gets trapped by Bunny, and he's going to have to call a timeout to avoid a 5-second violation. We'll take a 30-second break with them. 6:29 left in the fourth. Hedgesville 34, Martinsburg 29. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 30 seconds. We're back Here at the Martinsburg Fieldhouse for the 4A Region 2 Section 1 semifinal. Hedgesville 34, Martinsburg 29 is the score. Winner moves on to the championship of Section 1 Friday night at Spring Mills. Loser, season ends. Hedgesville ball. They have 2 timeouts left. Martinsburg has 4. Kirk for 3 off the inbound. Too strong, no good. Rebounded by Owuna for Martinsburg, who passes to Cheek. He'll bring it down the floor. Lob a pass over to Shipley in the right corner. He catches it, puts up a 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Bunny. He goes to Cheek. Cheek dribbling for Martinsburg now. Will pass. Shipley goes right back to Cheek. Cheek tried to pass to Bunny in the left corner, but he was driving in, and it just goes out of bounds. And the miscommunication gives the ball to Hedgesville. 6:04 left in the fourth quarter. The inbound to Pittsnago goes right back to Brown. Brown with it in the backcourt, guarded by Cheek. Breaks midcourt with the dribble. Does Noah Brown. Brown on the left side drives in. Stops, kicks it out to Pittsnagle. Pittsnagle will pass over to Wilmer at the right wing. Wilmer slows it down for Hedgesville. Starts his dribble over to midcourt. And now passes over to the left side. It's caught by Brown. Brown gets double teamed. Looked like had it stolen by Shipley. Foul called, and it looks like Brown might have got poked. He's hurt down on the court. Hopefully he's okay. Brown tried to get helped out by Kirk, and we'll step aside, take a 30-second break for Noah Brown. 5:31 left in the fourth. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 30 seconds.
At Dutch Miller Automotive, we've grown quite a bit over the last 60 years, but our core principles remain the same. We believe in treating our customers and our team members like friends and family, and we see it as our obligation to give back to all the communities we are so fortunate to do business in. In just West Virginia alone, we've grown from 1 location on the west end of Huntington to 10 rooftops employing more than 500 Mountaineers. Check out the inventory from all of our stores at DutchMillerAuto.com. Dutch Miller Automotive Group, West Virginia proud.
Welcome back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. Noah Brown is up over at the Hedgesville bench, getting a drink of water. Looks to be okay. Shipley, one that fouled him, dabbing him up, making sure he was okay and apologizing there. Nothing intentional. We resume action with 5:31 left in the fourth quarter. It's Hedgesville 34, Martinsburg 29. Hedgesville ball. The inbound to Kirk. It goes right back out of bounds. They say last deflected by Martinsburg's Chase Shipley, so it's another inbound just to the right of the Hedgesville bench for the Eagles. Inbound to the backcourt. It's caught by Tay Wilmer now. Dribbles across midcourt, drives in. Left side layup is good by Wilmer. Wilmer's first points of the half. He has 13 now, making it 36-29. Shipley. Bunny. Owuna. A foul on the floor. So that's the first foul of the quarter against Hedgesville. 5:09 left in the fourth. That foul called against Pence is second. Inbound deflected. Could have been caught by Brown over his head to Bunny. Bunny passes the Cheek, right wing 3, no good.
Yeah, it was, Brown was face guarding, so he didn't realize the ball was coming right to him, but still ended up working out.
Now we have a tie-up as Brown got double-teamed, jump ball possession arrow, Martinsburg. 4 minutes, 50 seconds left in regulation. It's Hedgesville 36, Martinsburg 29 as the number 3 team in the Mountain State. The Martinsburg Bulldogs on the ropes right now against the number 10 team in the state and across county rival Hedgesville Eagles.
And this is exactly the kind of game that Hedgesville wanted, right? They've kept it in the 30s to this point, which the way Martinsburg was rolling, that didn't seem like a possibility, but Hedgesville's played really well on the defensive end, and they've limited their turnovers in the second half.
Cheek to Shipley for Bunny to Steen. Steen scoreless tonight for Martinsburg. Passes to Cheek. Cheek with it at the top of the key. As it's tipped and stolen by Kirk to Gainey. Great job by Gainey deflecting that dribble. And now he'll go up with the layup. No good. Put back by Kirk. No good. Ball tipped around. Offensive rebound. It's Wilmer to Brown. Brown with it now at midcourt. He's going to get trapped. Finds Pittsnoggle. Pittsnoggle now will be fouled with 4:09 left in the fourth by Cheek. That the third team foul of the quarter against Martinsburg. Cheek's second.
See what Hedgesville can execute here off this inbound. Last time they had to do this, you had that Wilmer 3 before the buzzer.
Brown
Good defense by Martinsburg.
Inbounds in the back court. And Gainey thought it was off Bunny, so he let it go out of bounds. The referee says it was last off Gainey, so it's Martinsburg with a baseline inbound unless we have an overruling here by a backside official.
Well, I mean, I don't see how the backside official could see it better than the official on this side, but to me that was definitely looking like it was off of Kyrie Bunny. I didn't see Gainey make contact with it, and I thought, wow, what a really smart play by Gainey to let it go out of bounds, but I guess
it's going to be Martinsburg ball as Cheek loses his
matter.
Footing, and a travel violation gives it right back to Hedgesville.
Yeah,
the Eagle faithful fire it up. 4:03 left. It's everybody on the edge of their seats here in the field house.
Yeah, you're just waiting for the moment, I think, if you're Martinsburg, for them to break through as they get a steal.
Yeah, Pittsnoggle pass goes off Height. Height now with it from Martinsburg in the right corner, goes to Shipley. Shipley spins around, drives in. Right side layup, no good, rebounded by Gainey. It's Tay Wilmer with it to Brown.
It just didn't go Martinsburg's way tonight, it feels like. I mean, the game's not over, but you're just waiting for that moment if you're Hedgesville for them to pull away and put it away.
Kirk drives the left baseline, puts up a floater. Too strong, rebounded by Martinsburg. Steen with it now for the Bulldogs. Bounce pass to Height, back to Steen at the right wing. Steen goes to Cheek. Cheek drives in, layup. Rejected by Pittsnoggle again, but a foul called. As they say, Pittsnoggle made contact with the body. That's his second foul, sending Cheek to the free throw line.
Even though he picked up the foul there, you know, it was good defense from Pittsnoggle overall. And again, you make him earn it at the line. It's tougher to hit free throws than make an open layup. That's only his second, so it's really not a bad foul at all for Pittsnoggle. Cheek has been inconsistent from the line at times throughout his career.
He makes the first, making it 36-30. Cheek now has the basketball for a second free throw. Shot up. No good. Rebounded by Pittsnoggle. Pittsnoggle with it underneath the basket goes to Gainey. Gainey has space, dribbles it across midcourt, now gets double teamed. Passes to Kirk. Kirk goes to Brown. Brown back to Kirk at the left wing. It goes to Pittsnoggle. Pittsnoggle down low to Wilmer. Wilmer will kick it out to Gainey. Gainey, 3 minutes left, starts his dribble, drives into the lane. Makes contact, puts up a shot. It's no good. Blocking foul, though, called against Martinsburg. That'll send Gainey to the free throw line for 2 shots. Fourth quarter is brought to you by the committee to elect Rob Blair for sheriff, Berkeley County's choice for honesty, integrity, professionalism, and proven leadership. Learn more at robblairforsheriff.com, as well as the Larry DeMarco team at Modern Realty Results, Century 21. If you're looking for a home in the tri-state area, they have you covered. Foul called against Cheek, his third. Gainey at the free throw line, shot up. Free throw is good as it rattles around the rim and in. Score now, Hedgesville 37, Martinsburg 30.
Where's Gainey have tonight? It's been
a dozen.
Good, yeah, he's been really good, and they needed that.
Second free throw missed, but offensive rebound by Kirk, and he's going to get fouled by Cheek, and that's Cheek's fourth foul. And that's Martinsburg's leading scorer with a dozen points.
I mean, it just feels like Martinsburg, I believe that's the fifth foul, so yeah, we should have 2 free throws now for Xavier Kirk, even if it was called on the floor. But, yeah, just again, Hedgesville's just found ways to keep themselves in it, do some big things like getting offensive rebounds.
Kirk first free throw, no good. You have 2 minutes, 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's Hedgesville 37, Martinsburg 30. Second free throw by Kirk is good, making it 38-30. Arndt checks in for Pittsnogle for Hedgesville. Goes with the smaller lineup now.
Just these little substitutions by Coach Church, I think, has been very important. And
Arndt gets the steal from Shipley.
Like, right on cue. You know, like just little things of, hey, my guy's in foul trouble, let's go to this guy. And they give you some good minutes. And there Arndt gets a steal. He's played really well.
Hedgesville still in the backcourt. Couldn't get it across. 10-second violation called. And that gives the ball back to Martinsburg. They just passed around too many times and couldn't get past the full court press of Martinsburg. Pittsnogle check right back in for Arndt. Looks like we're going to have a timeout called with 2:37 left in the fourth. We'll take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Mommy, where does flavor come from?
Well, when people love food, they cook it on a Traeger grill. Meat, corn, even pie. And then the Traeger does the rest, which brings everyone to celebrate this beautiful thing that they've created. Because when you share delicious food with your friends, that's the flavor of life.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Welcome back here to Martinsburg High School. Hedgesville on the verge of pulling off the upset in the Martinsburg Fieldhouse and eliminating the number 3 team in 4A, the Bulldogs, as Hedgesville leads 38-30 here in the 4A Region 2 Section 1 semifinal. Martinsburg was riding an 8-game winning streak to end the regular season. Beat Hedgesville both times in the regular season as well. Now finds itself down by 8 with 2:37 left in the game, in the season potentially for Martinsburg as well.
Yeah, and, you know, it's an 8-point game with 2:37 left. If Martinsburg can just, hit some shots, they can get into it, but it's been easier said than done tonight.
Bunny pump fakes for 3, goes over to Steen, left corner 3, side of the rim, no good, rebounded by Gainey. Kirk now gets double teamed, tries to dribble out of it, ball's on the floor, it's rolled around, Height has it, everybody wrapping up around Height. And now what's called? We have the referee pointing left and then pointing right. So waiting to see some clarity here as to what it is. Looks like we have a foul call against Noah Brown.
Okay.
And that's his 4th. Team 3rd for Hedgesville at the quarter. Martinsburg gets the ball.
That was a weird call.
Yeah, I did not see Brown and where a foul would have been from that.
I mean, both teams are, diving on the floor. I don't know.
Bunny inbounds to Cheek. 2:14 left in the fourth. It's an 8-point game. Cheek almost loses his footing at the right wing. Now drives in, puts up a left side layup, too strong off the glass. Rebounded by Hedgesville. Pittsnogle to Gainey. Gainey in the backcourt to Wilmer. Wilmer to Pittsnogle. Somebody needs to get across midcourt. Pittsnogle does so to Kirk. Kirk over to Wilmer. Back to Kirk. Brown. Down low to Pittsnogle. Martinsburg not fouling. Hedgesville just playing keep away. Wilmer kicking it out to Brown. Pittsnogle over to Kirk. Minute 35 left. It's an 8-point game, and finally we have a foul as Shipley fouls Kirk. And that fires up the Hedgesville faithful.
Well, Martinsburg's trying to do their best at creating havoc and creating a turnover, but since, early in the game now, Hedgesville's done a much better job of figuring it out of, okay, let's just control the basketball. And when they've done that, they've been really good tonight. I mean, obviously the offense went away here in the second half, but their defense didn't. They cut down on the turnovers, and that's what's been key. Got to make these free throws, though, down the stretch. That's what's been missing tonight. Hedgesville hasn't quite pulled away or closed out the game, it feels like. Can they do it here in this final minute 33?
Kirk missed the first free throw. Second one also no good. Rebounded by Martinsburg's Bunny, who goes down to Cheek. Kicking it out to Shipley. Left side three. No good. Rebounded by Brown for Hedgesville. Brown going to slow things down. In the backcourt goes to Wilmer, and Wilmer going to be fouled by Shipley. And that ends the night of Chase Shipley. He fouls out with 5 points all coming in the first half. And Awuna will check in for him with 1:20 left in the fourth. So we head down to the left side of the court for Tay Wilmer free throws.
Musselman getting the win tonight, 54-26 over Washington. So
Musselman with a big win will play for the Section 2 championship Friday at Jefferson. Free throw up and good by Tay Wilmer. He has 14 points tonight, making it 39-30. Second free throw up and good for Wilmer, making it 40-30, a 10-point lead for Hedgesville as Martinsburg students starting to make the way out of the gymnasium. 1:20 left in the fourth quarter. Cheek with the basketball. Awuna down low, shot is good by Awuna. And a timeout called by Martinsburg with 1:12 left in the fourth. It's now 40-32. Martinsburg has 2 timeouts left. So does Hedgesville. We'll step aside and take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
The City of Martinsburg Police Department is now recruiting for new officers to serve the community and to be a part of our team. Starting pay ranges from $53,813 to $70,565 depending on certified experience, with a raise once you're certified and a potential sign-on bonus as well. City of Martinsburg police benefits include health insurance, vacation leave, sick leave, personal time and comp time, a pension plan, paid gym membership, longevity pay, tuition assistance, and a deferred compensation plan. Apply at cityofmartinsburg.org.
Back here to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. Hedgesville 40, Martinsburg 32, 1:12 left in quarter number 4. Hedgesville has everybody on the baseline and going with a football-like play here for the inbound. It's to Kirk, back to Brown, goes to Wilmer in the backcourt. Wilmer starts his dribble, breaks it across midcourt. Now goes to Gainey at the left wing, who lobs the pass over to Brown. Goes over to Kirk. Kirk to Pitsnoggle at the right corner, who passes to Wilmer. Wilmer to Brown. Brown. And we'll have a foul called against Awuna, sending Noah Brown to the free throw line with 55 seconds left in the fourth. That is Awuna's second foul, and it's a double bonus for Hedgesville. Hedgesville, the number 10 team in the state, on the verge of upsetting the number 3 team in the state and eliminating the Martinsburg Bulldogs. First free throw up and good by Brown, making it 41-32. Second free throw. Good by Brown. You heard during the pregame interview from Coach Church saying the message to his team tonight was simple. Whenever everybody says you can't, that's when you can. Cheek to Bunny. Left wing 3. No good. Rebounded by Gainey. Gainey to Kirk in the backcourt. Back to Gainey to Pitsnoggle. Gainey over to Kirk, still in the backcourt. Gainey breaks midcourt, goes to Pitsnoggle. Pitsnoggle to Awuna, and Awuna's going to foul Pitsnoggle with 33.7 seconds left in the fourth, sending Pitsnoggle to the free throw line. 42-32. Hedgesville up by 10 against Martinsburg, who stunned tonight here in the Fieldhouse. That foul called against Awuna, his third. Pittsnogle free throw, no good. Keeping it 42-32. Pittsnogle taking his time at the free throw line. Second free throw up. That one is good by Quincy Pittsnogle, making it 43-32. Hedgesville on top of Martinsburg. Bunny. Cheek dribbling it down the court now for Martinsburg. Puts up a three, too strong. Tipped around, rebounded by Cheek. Layup is good, but an offensive foul called, so basket does not count. And that's the 5th foul called against Keyshawn Cheek. And that ends his night for the Bulldogs with 12 points tonight. He'll take a seat on the bench. Joining Shipley, who also fouled out. 24 seconds left in the 4th. Hedgesville up by 11. Brown asking for a spot to be cleaned up. Doesn't get it, so we're just resume action. Brown to inbound. Inbounds to Kirk. Kirk loses it down low. Picks it up. Goes to Brown. Brown. Gainey. To Pittsnogle at the left elbow. He's going to pass to Gainey. Gainey's pass deflected over the scores table out of bounds, stopping the clock with 12.7 seconds left here in 4th quarter. Hedgesville on Friday night will play for the Region 2 Section 1 championship at Spring Mills in a rematch of last year's section championship as the Eagles pull off the upset against the number 3 team in the state of West Virginia. Final score, Hedgesville 43, Martinsburg 32, as the number 3 team, the Martinsburg Bulldogs season comes to an end. 16-5 on the year are the Bulldogs. Hedgesville improves to 16-7 and will face the number 1 team in the state, the Spring Mills Cardinals, as we can hear them below us, are waiting, licking their chops for a rematch and revenge from last year, as it was Hedgesville last year at Spring Mills, pulling off the upset and winning the section championship. Teams shake hands at midcourt. It's Coach Church and Coach Rogers doing so now as well. It's Coach Church being brought in by Nick Verzolini, who we will wait for to send it down to for a post-game interview, as Hedgesville fired up, headed into the locker room as the number 10 team in the state has just knocked off the number 3 team in the state, the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Coach Church making sure all of his team is safe back into the locker room first, doing some final handshakes with some Martinsburg Bulldog players, as some of them careers, unfortunately for them, coming to an end in a bittersweet way. We'll now send it down to Nick Verzolini, who's alongside Coach Church.
Coach of the Hedgesville Eagles, Kelly Church, after his team advances to the sectional championship with the win over Martinsburg. Coach, you hold Martinsburg to less than 40 points for the first time since they played Morgantown on January 23rd. The defense clearly leads to your win tonight. What do you think was the key defensively?
Well, obviously our kids buy in, and that's my staff. And honestly, I motivate our kids. That's our staff. Coach Triggs, Coach Rest, the other guys too, but especially those two. Tons and tons of hours of film preparation and cut-ups and making sure our kids know all their tendencies, what they like to run, what they run more often than they run other plays. And all that's for naught if kids don't buy in and trust the coaching staff. So, again, my assistant coaches, I can't say enough. Obviously, it's emotional for me. What am I supposed to say? They're really, really good. They're a really, really good team with tons of athletes. I think they're really well coached. I have nothing but respect for Dave, Marcellus, Coach Chalice, all the guys. And we're able to come into this gym and hold them to 32 points. We cut some dumb turnovers off in the beginning. And how about Landon Pence having to play big minutes, playing most of the first half for Noah? It's a team basketball game, man. When I say team, I mean everybody, our managers, everybody. It's what makes it special.
You mentioned it being a team win, and you had guys step up, like Zandon Gainey giving you double-digit points tonight. You mentioned Landon Pence having to play some big minutes. Even, Art came in and gave you some good defense when Quincy needed some subs. So just to have the depth of this team kind of growing and these guys playing their role and understanding their role, what does that say about your team?
I know this, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter which kids. I know Martinsburg, and I'm not saying begrudgingly against them. I know they watched our first game of the year against Broad Fording. I know they laughed. We struggled. Our first half against Broad Fording, who's not as talented as all the other teams around here, in the first half, certainly the first quarter of that game, and a lot of the first half, we struggled. We've obviously come a long way since that game. So, what happens on Friday night, I don't know. We're going to show up and take tomorrow and the next day and try to plan as best we can, but it's awful nice to still be practicing. Really, really proud of our kids and, and again, our staff. And like you said, like Adam Arndt doesn't play tons of minutes. Has a big bucket. We put him in late, comes up with a huge turnover. Noah got a little beat up tonight, and I don't mean it in a negative way. It's part of basketball. He's banged and bruised, and other kids stepped up and helped him handle the ball. So again, couldn't be any prouder. Stepped up, made free throws late. The last time we played them, it was a 1-point game with 2 minutes left, and we didn't shoot free throws very well that game. We shot them a little bit better today, But again, I can't. Ton of respect for Martinsburg High School and their staff and their kids. So I'm obviously proud of our kids and our staff and what we've been able to accomplish.
It's Friday, Spring Mills. Any early thoughts?
Yeah, like I said before the game, like the reward for beating number 3 in the state on their court is you get number 1 on their court Friday. So, we'll see if we can throw together the best game plan we can. Our kids are going to show up and try as hard as we can and try to represent our community well.
Coach, thank you, and good luck on Friday. We'll see you then.
Thank you very much. Glad to not be collecting uniforms. Glad we have practice tomorrow. I'll see you.
Thank you, Coach Church. Back to you, Colin.
Thank you to Coach Church and to Nick Verzolini for doing the post-game interview. We'll step aside, take a 2-minute break so that Nick can come back up here and get into the post-game show on the other side of the break. Again, final score, Hedgesville 43, Martinsburg 32. This has been West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10 back in 2 minutes.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel is helping create extraordinary futures.
So we've seen improvements in our boys on the, as I said, arithmetic, reading and writing.
I worked in the county, I worked in public school, and that's what I knew. And I knew I wanted to be able to give her more. So I would recommend this to anyone.
Our daughter has thrived here. The family-like environment is exactly what she needed.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel in Martinsburg, equipping children to lead lives of significant impact.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Hedgesville Motor Company off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Hedgesville is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. If you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Hedgesville.com. The Hedgesville Motor Company, a nice place to do business. The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, shrimp nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. We welcome you back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse, which on the boys' side of things is for the last time this season as the number 3 team in the state of West Virginia in Class 4A, the Martinsburg Bulldogs, been upset by the number 10 team, the Hedgesville Eagles, by a final score of 43-32. And it's Hedgesville setting up a rematch of last year's section championship at Spring Mills on Friday night as we welcome you into the post-game show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10, which is brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. The full lunch and dinner menu, daily specials, and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page, and I feel like everybody in here is just stunned that, yes, we've said it time and time again this year, that any team can win on any given night, but it still always has been the favorites pulling it off, Nick. And tonight that's not the case.
Yeah, Martinsburg came in on an 8-game win streak. They were playing great basketball. They really seemed to have figured everything out offensively. Their defense has obviously been there all season. And yet they run into Hedgesville, who has been at times kind of anemic offensively. And their offense wasn't, amazing tonight. It was good in the first half, and it was enough in the second half. But this rivalry, this game, it can go either way. And still, Hedgesville's a top 10 team in the state. Like, they're still really good. And I think Martinsburg, toward the end of the game, or really throughout the entire game, just didn't have their offense. And once Hedgesville cleaned it up offensively with the turnovers, their defense was there all night. It was a great performance. And, I said before the game that they could keep it under 40, which seemed like, or in the 40s, that would, seemed like a stretch, but that would give Hedgesville the best chance to win, and they did that. And this is also a team that I felt like, even though they weren't the most talented at the beginning of the season, you just know that Coach Church and his staff are going to get these guys better and better throughout the season and get them prepared for any sort of matchup. And at the end of the day, we're still going to be talking about Hedgesville when it comes to sectionals and regionals, and that's where we're at. I mean, Martinsburg, great team, still a good season. It's just, a disappointing end. And it's tough when you're in this section. You got 3 of the top 10 teams in the state. Unfortunately, one of these great teams was not going to get a chance to play for a regional championship. It ended up being Martinsburg, which I don't think anybody really felt would happen based on how they ended the season. But, Hedgesville just figured it out tonight to pull it out in a close one. And we'll see what happens Friday night. Don't count them out against those Cardinals.
Now it sets up, as I said, a rematch of last year's Section 1 championship, in which it was Hedgesville going and pulling off the upset in the Cardinal Coliseum, and we don't need to get into what occurred after that. If you want to know, if you don't know the answer, just go on YouTube and watch it for yourself. We have all of our games archived there, but if you like rivalries, if you like what some would say, bad blood, tune in Friday night.
Yeah, there's definitely some bad blood, but that's all taken away from what's on the court and the kids, so I think we shouldn't really focus on that too much.
Exactly.
Just acknowledge it if it happens, because obviously we have to acknowledge it, but it's not the focus of the game. We know that, they didn't let Hedgesville cut the nets down last year, but hey, Hedgesville still won the section, right? So that's what really matters. Spring Mills, they haven't been there. They haven't won the section. They haven't won a region. They haven't been to a state tournament yet. They're the number 1 team in the state. They have been dominant so far this season, but Hedgesville gave them a fight in the first half last time. So if they can come out with a similar game plan that they had tonight and do that and execute it against Spring Mills, anything can happen. So
let's now get into the post-game stats brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to fordofhagerstown.com, and we'll start off with the Martinsburg Bulldogs, as tonight's leading scorer for Martinsburg was Keyshawn Cheek with 12 points. You then had Height, Bunny, and Chipley with 5 points each. Aluna had 4 points, and then King rounds out the scoring with only 1 point. On the opposite end for Hedgesville, leading scorer tonight was Wilmer with 15. Geeney had 12 points. Pittsnoggle had 7 points. Brown had 4. Kirk had 3. And Arndt had 2. points. That's tonight's post-game stats. Let's now get into the awards for this evening and start off with our rejection of the game, which is brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family-owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page.
The rejection of the game, going to go to Quincy Pittsnoggle tonight. He had that block to begin the fourth quarter that I felt just kind of solidified how the game went for Martinsburg tonight. They got some good looks here and there, but they just couldn't get shots to fall, and Pittsnoggle was a big part of that with his rim protection tonight, and he did that on a few occasions, and that one in particular to start the fourth quarter really stood out.
All right, that's tonight's rejection of the game. How about tonight's moment of the game, brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley Medical Center, Jefferson Medical Center, leading healthcare here and everywhere.
It's got to be the buzzer beater 3 by Tay Wilmer before halftime. That continued what was a good end to the second quarter for Hedgesville, built them a little bit of breathing room against Martinsburg, and it was just an unbelievable shot. So.
Yeah, it was from half court, and it felt like it just gave all the momentum to Hedgesville's side going into the locker room and took the wind out of the sails of Martinsburg, and I agree with you. That was the moment of the game where you truly felt like tonight could be a special night for Hedgesville. Lastly, our player of the game, brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg or online at Orsinis.com, and I think it's a name that we just heard, unless you're going a different direction.
Yeah, I'm going to go Tay Wilmer because you needed him to step up tonight and have a big scoring game. But it really was, like Coach Church said, a complete team win tonight. Wilmer stands out with the 15 points and some of the big threes that he hit, but every role player did a nice job tonight, and Hedgesville's got to be happy with how their guys played. But, yeah, I'm going to go with Wilmer as the player of the game.
So there you go. That will wrap things up here from the Martinsburg Fieldhouse as Hedgesville picks up a 43-32 win over the Martinsburg Bulldogs as Martinsburg season comes to an end, finishing 16-5 overall. Hedgesville improves to 16-7 overall, and they'll head to the Cardinal Coliseum at Spring Mills High School Friday night for the section championship. Again, we'll have coverage of that game Friday night on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10. Pregame coverage at 6:30, 7 p.m. tip-off. We do have regional championship action as well in high school girls basketball on Thursday night back here at the Martinsburg Fieldhouse, 6:30 pregame coverage, 7 p.m. tip. That will be aired on Talk Radio, WRNR, and WRNR TV on YouTube, as you see on our TV10 and YouTube stream. Some good sportsmanship there from Coach Triggs and Coach Church, going out with members of the Martinsburg student section who have a very, very funny sign mocking those two. So love the sportsmanship here in the rivalry as well. But for that girls regional, it is Martinsburg against Musselman. For Dylan Bishop, who you'll hear from just momentarily with the And One postgame scoreboard show, John Alderton, as well as Nick Verzolini. I'm Colin McLaughlin, signing off here for the 4A Region 2 Section 1 semifinal. Hedgesville 43, Martinsburg 32, the final score. This has been West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10.
Finally, West Virginia is moving in the right direction. As your West Virginia Senate President, Craig Blair has passed the most conservative legislative agenda in the nation. He has fought for our values like banning elective abortions, protecting our Second Amendment rights, and prevented boys from playing in girls' sports. Senator Craig Blair championed the largest tax cut in the history of our state. Craig Blair, a strong conservative leader. Promises made, promises kept. This election, vote for Republican Craig Blair for State Senate. Paid for by the committee to re-elect Craig Blair.
The City of Martinsburg Police Department is now recruiting for new officers to serve the community and to be a part of our team. Starting pay ranges from $53,813 to $70,565 depending on certified experience, with a raise once you're certified and a potential sign-on bonus as well. City of Martinsburg police benefits include health insurance, vacation leave, sick leave, personal time and comp time, a pension plan, paid gym membership, longevity pay, tuition assistance, and a deferred compensation plan. Apply at cityofmartinsburg.org.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory. I'm going to watch you smoke the whole pack.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory. I'm going to watch you smoke the whole pack.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Welcome into the N1 Postgame Scoreboard Show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Dylan Bishop here with you following an enormous upset win for the Hedgesville Eagles, 43-32, knocking out the Martinsburg Bulldogs from the playoffs. Number 3 team in the state of West Virginia goes down 43-32. To number 10 team in the state of West Virginia, the Hedgesville Eagles. On the other side of the region, Musselman gets a big win over Washington, 54-26. They will move on to play at Jefferson on Friday. Hedgesville will play at Spring Mills on Friday. We'll have that game for you here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. That sets up regionals for next week, those 2 games. Let's get into some scores from college basketball tonight. Number 1, Houston in action on ESPN2 currently against Cincinnati, up 45-32 with 9:53 to go in that contest. Currently with 7.5 minutes left, number 16 Kentucky trails Mississippi State by 1 point, 64-63. Dayton currently has the lead over Davidson. Number 21 Dayton leading 74-58 in that one. Number 7 Kansas beating BYU 31-26 with 3:37 left in the first half. In the NBA, currently going on TNT, the Celtics and the 76ers are at halftime. It's 53-51. Boston, 2-point lead there. Nearing the end of the third quarter in Cleveland, it's 83-82. Cavaliers over the Mavericks. Just 24 seconds left in the third quarter there. 2:25 left in the third. Magic with a big 80-55 lead over the Brooklyn Nets. Wizards down 20 in D.C. to the Golden State Warriors, 95-75 with 1 minute left in the third. Halftime in Atlanta, it's 55-44. Hawks over the Jazz. Pelicans and Knicks 1 point apart. Pelicans with a 48-47 lead at halftime. Timberwolves up 38-28 in the second quarter against the Spurs. Bulls with a 31-22 lead over the Pistons in the second quarter early on there. 11 minutes left in the second quarter. And the Bucks with a 38-24 lead over the Charlotte Hornets. 8 minutes left in the second quarter there. Second game of the doubleheader on TNT tonight at 10 o'clock is the Oklahoma City Thunder hosting the Houston Rockets. And the Heat and Trailblazers also get started at 10 o'clock. Again, just heard on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10, Hedgesville getting a 43-32 win over Martinsburg in the first round of the sectional playoffs, eliminating the number 3 team in the state of West Virginia, Martinsburg Bulldogs. Big win for Hedgesville. They will face the number 1 team in the state, the Spring Mills Cardinals, on Friday. This has been the N1 Postgame Scoreboard Show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday evening.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Rocks, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda, Craig Blair for State Senate, Orsini's Home Store, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Berkeley County Health Department, Hagerstown Ford, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Modern Realty Results, The Palace Lounge, Cody's Auto Body, WVU Medicine.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.